Welcome everyone to Vested Interest. This is Shane back again for another stock pick of the day. Last one of the week. It is Thursday, May 4th. I don't do any of these videos on Friday. Come on back on Saturday though. I will have a video out for the dividends received in April. I've put that together and we'll push that out Saturday morning. And then join me again on Sunday morning for my portfolio update to see what I added to the portfolio this week. A lot of activity. Actually had a couple of stocks we sold out of and rolled those into a couple new positions. Actually, one was a position I had previously, but it sold out of at a bit of a gain, and then it's dropped back, so we added it back to the portfolio. But today we are going to take a look at the Mosaic company. Right, they are a potash producer. Let's jump right in. And if you want to know more about them, check them out. Mosaicco.com. So MOSAICCO.com. That is their homepage where I pulled this information from. Our business, a global leader in the crop nutrition industry, right? That is their bread and butter. Mosaic mines, produces, and distributes millions of tons of high quality potash and phosphates products each year. Without fertilizers, the world's crop yields would be cut in half, and farmers around the world look to Mosaic to help keep their soils healthy, to nourish their crops, and to maximize their yields. We are committed to meeting these needs responsibly and sustainably with deep respect for the land and genuine concern for those who depend on its output. So I don't think farming is going away anytime soon. I think we all like to eat food. So this is a pretty important company here. As you can see, they have a footprint scattered across the United States, Central America, South America, over in the Middle East, over in Europe looks like as well. We strategically positioned to sustainably serve the world's most promising agricultural areas. So across the world here, you can see the red is potash, yellow there or orange, light orange is phosphate. The green is distribution centers. I guess that would be orange is joint venture, and then their offices in black. So that gives you an idea of where they're located, right? Like I said, kind of offices across the world, and then obviously mines and production centers as well. Distribution centers, a lot in South America, Latin America, and then again over here in Asia. Right, so that is the Mosaic company. Now let's take a look at why we are looking at them today. Down 9.98%, a lot of red in the market. I know a lot of banking stocks took a huge hit today, a lot of red overall in the market in general, but this one was down significantly. Again, just like Starbucks yesterday, almost 10% down, 9.98%. Closed the day out at $38.59. We are talking about the Mosaic company, ticker MOS. And 52-week range as low as $38.30, so right up against their 52-week low, as high as $68.65. Average volume 4.3 million. Today was 7.5, and you can clearly see that sell-off. Looks like in the beginning of the day till about 10 a.m. A little bit of a bounce there, maybe around 11, and then continue to sell off and ended the day at 38.59. Market cap of 12.953 billion, a beta of 1.5. So they are more volatile than the overall market. Price to earnings, PE ratio of $3.88 there, and EPS, very nice EPS, very low price to earnings, and very nice EPS. Earnings per share is sitting at $9.95. That is very nice. Earnings date was May 4th, or will be May 4th. That's actually today. This date should have been changed here. So May 4th. So that's probably why I'm assuming they dropped today. Must have had a bad earnings report. Though it seems like in this market, even some companies with strong earnings reports drop on the day, so I'd have to take a look at that. Forward dividend is 80 cents. They are a sporadic payer. I wouldn't say they're quarterly, but they do kind of spread them out a bit. We'll see that here in a minute. Dividend yield sitting at 1.85%. Now, again, this is a little low for me unless it is really growing fast, so we'll see that here in a minute again. Ex-dividend date, May 31st, so if you were interested in this company, so long as you bought them May 30th or sooner, from now to May 30th, and apologize for the noise out there. We've got some contractors here finishing up some work on the yard. If you guys have been watching the channel for any length of time, you know that I put a pool in last year, so now they are doing my yard leveling and going to be putting in some sod, and we put in a new sprinkler system as well. I'll take some pictures whenever that's all done. The yard is pretty tore up. Actually, today it's starting to look better. They've got it all or mostly leveled out. I think they'll be back tomorrow to finish, so apologize for the noise. And according to Yahoo Finance, they have a one-year target estimate of $52.55. So they see a significant amount of upside in the stock price here. Might be some value in this one. Again, want to do some more research. One I like to look at, get into statistics. If you drop down, go to dividends and splits, we're going to look at dividend yield theory. Basically, it says if look at the 5-year average, 0.83, that's your 5-year average. Compare it to the current dividend yield, 1.85, or forward annual dividend yield right here, 1.85. They match up, right? And if it is higher, which it is, then it speaks to some undervaluation. If this was lower, then it would speak to some overvaluation. So this one, it looks like, at least according to dividend yield theory, is significantly undervalued currently with a very, very low payout ratio at 5.59%. Now, they are the other one I like to get in, financials. Again, you'll find their income statements, their balance sheet, and then free cash flow. Look at their free cash flow because that's what dividends are paid out of. You want to make sure you're seeing growing free cash flow over time. So 2019 was negative 176,000 in free cash flow. 2020, they were positive 412. 2021 growing to 898, and 2022 growing as well, 898 to 2.6 million. So definitely growth from 2019 to 2022. That is nice to see. This one is kind of a bonus repurchase of capital stock. They are repurchasing stock. That's nice to see. You don't want to be diluted as a shareholder, so it's nice when companies are buying back shares of their own stock. It makes you more of an owner, even if you don't buy any more shares than what you currently have. This information is all brought to you by Yahoo Finance. I'm not affiliated with them. I guess I should be. Should reach out to them and see if I can maybe be an affiliate for them because I use them quite a bit. Just one of the sources I like to go to. And another one I like to go to is stockanalysis.com. I always recommend at least 2 sources. 3 or 4 is even better to make sure that the information you are getting is accurate. Sometimes they don't align up or they haven't updated their information from site to site. So according to stockanalysis.com, they've had 16 stock analysts that have taken a look at this. They actually call it a consensus hold. Their low estimate is $42. It currently sits below their lowest estimate. So if it came back up to their low, it would be an 8.84% increase. Their average estimate is $56.69. This is pretty close to what we saw at Yahoo Finance there. That would be a 46.90% increase in the stock price. And if it happened to hit their high of $100, that would be a 159.13% increase in the stock price. All the while, you could collect that dividend yield of 1.8 or right around 1.8% if you bought them now. Now, another one I like to look at here, you can get a lot of the same information, financial statistics. They give it to you in a little different format. Forecast is what we're looking at now. Dividends. I like to go into the statistics. You can find financial efficiency. That tells you how well the company is doing with the dollars that they are reinvesting into the company and spending. ROE and ROIC, I like 10% or better or in line with the industry standard. For this one, we'll go with 10% or better, and they are really high, 30.5% for return on equity, and the return on invested capital is 24.30%. So very nice numbers here all the way around, growing free cash flow. Dividend yield theory says that they are potentially undervalued. Now let's look at their dividend payouts. So I went back to 2020 to kind of see where they're at, and they were back at, September. And this is what I meant by they're not really a quarterly payer, but they sort of September, December, then March, June, September, December, March, June, August, November. If you counted that as a December payment, it's pretty close. November 30th. Counted that as a September payment, it's pretty close. March, and it looks like they had a special dividend there of 25 cents. March 1st, they had a 20 cents, but 5 cents through 2021. 2021, they jumped up to 7 cents and a fraction of a penny. 2022, they jumped up to 11 cents and a fraction of a penny, then to 15 cents in 2022. 2023, recently, they just raised it up to 20 cents in March, and I'm assuming this is a special dividend here on March 14th. So they do pay out, looks like, some special dividends, and they are growing over time. Dividend growth, 166.67%. I'm assuming that this special dividend here has fluctuated, made that, a little ballooned that a little bit there. But all said, they are growing significantly they're raising in the same year at times, right? From 5 to 7, 2022, 11 to 15, so 2022 almost to 20. So they are growing a significant pace. I'm not sure if that 166.67 is completely accurate because, like I said, I think that this 2 dividend payouts here in March probably raised that up a little bit. Payout ratio is extremely low, though, 5.50%, so they have plenty of room to continue this. This is looking like an interesting company to do a little bit more research on. I will be definitely adding it to my watch list and trying to get a fair value on it, probably do a discounted cash flow analysis on this one to see what potential fair value is. The only thing that kind of jumped out to me was that they had, of the 16 analysts, that had a hold on it. So maybe there's, I don't know if their revenue is growing. I need to look at their assets their income over assets and see how that is looking. But this one is looking interesting. The Mosaic Company. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. And I have kind of changed it up a little bit. I'm putting my investing criteria at the end for anyone who's interested. That way, this is more for people who have stayed through the entire video. I know some people just watch portions of it or skip through it. So if you want to know what my investing criteria is for new stocks or for stocks just back checking to see if they are still meeting my criteria, this is it. You can pause this. I want 4 of 7 if it's not a financial company. If it is a financial company, I throw in price to book, which really you can use with any company, but this is definitely specifically for financial companies. You want to make sure you're looking at price to book and you want 1 or under. And if it's a financial company, I want 5 of 8. Well, that is it for this one. Trying to find value in this market. These are quick hitters. I like to keep them under 10 minutes, but a lot of these recently have been around 10 to 12. So hopefully that is not terrible. Trying to be considerate of your time. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. As always, appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to show me some love. Hit that thumbs up or the bell down below. Ring the notification bell. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell as well. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think of the video. I do personally read and respond to the comments. I'm always interested to read your questions, opinions, or suggestions for future topics. Again, really sorry about the noise in the background. And this is Shane signing off, wishing peace and prosperity to you and yours. And remember, financial security comes to those who take a vested interest. Hey, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this presentation should be considered financial advice. I'm only sharing my opinion and investing journey for educational and entertainment purposes. Investing involves risk, and money should never invest any amount not comfortable losing. Always do your own research. Invest based on your situation, circumstances, and select criteria, or seek the advice counsel by a certified financial advisor.